Vivian has climbed Kilimanjaro, rode Lake Malawi, cycled the Cape, cycled to the Cape. She's arm wrestled bouncers and nuns. Yet she says her most difficult and engaging journeys are when she sits absolutely still and does mind walking, which I think is very insightful. And then she's South Africa's first de-motivational speaker.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, just a trigger warning, this speech contains concepts that might not necessarily be entirely well thought through and possibly swear words. So you have to know. Okay, so this is the speech maiden voyage. Welcome. I'd like to say all you ladies look very beautiful. I'd like to say it, but I can't because it's not true. Okay. Guys, if everyone is beautiful, no one is beautiful. It's as simple as that, no matter what the Dove commercials tell you. So I'm just going to invoke our old friend here, Mr. Balku. By definition, most of us are average. And I can go into any room in the world, except maybe in this world contest, and declare confidently to everybody in the room that you are average looking and you just have to deal with it. So why are we telling people they're beautiful when they're not? Because there are forces of evil trying to take over our minds, and we must be very careful to listen to them. So now, you don't look in the mirror and tell yourself, listen, I'm beautiful, and this applies to men as well. So you go, okay, I'm average, what am I going to do about it? You're going to hustle. You're going to fake it and see what you can do. If you're a woman, it's a bit easier. We know the rule of beauty, do your own work. Beauty looks like it's concentrated on symmetry. You look for symmetrical features, and you look for certain proportions to your body. So if you don't have it, like me, you put makeup on, you try and even out your skew face, and there's fashion rules you can do, you do what you, I don't know what men do, you put your sock in your underpants or whatever. But you do what you have to do to appear more attractive if you think it's important for you. And there is enough evidence to suggest good-looking people are richer and they experience a better quality of life. So that's a good lesson for you in your life. Yes, hashtag yes, you are ugly, deal with it. Okay. Now, the thing. So now, the next thing is, why is everybody going around feeling they are beautiful, accept me for what I am, I'm fine. Why is that happening? The forces of darkness are spreading evil messages of hope, meaning, fulfillment, and happiness, and people are behind it. One of the biggest forces of evil, of course, Oprah Winfrey. This evil witch has been poisoning our minds for far too long, and somebody has to stop it. So what I have a problem with her and people like her, in essence, are causing the very thing they're supposed to be stopping. So she's telling you can do these 5 steps. Where's that thing? You do these 5 steps and suddenly you'll be happy. They're pitching happiness as a constant state of being or level that you can reach as a human if you just do a few things. It's bullshit. You will never reach success or greatness, and I can tell that to anyone without even knowing who they are, because maths. You are average and you're never going to rise above it no matter what you do. That's just how human behavior works. So now, you must be happy. Happiness doesn't even exist. I don't know what it means. They are robbing you of the excruciating, beautiful torture of what it's like to really be a human, if you think about it. So now, when you have feelings of unhappiness, you feel there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. That's how life works. They are teaching happiness exceeds moments of supreme joy which you can experience. They don't want you to feel desperately sad, but you must feel desperately sad because life can be desperately sad. So I think happiness and the pursuit of happiness is misplaced, and we must avoid it. Happiness, quite frankly, think about it, is for sisters. Me, I will have nothing to do with it. Okay, I will have nothing to do with it. Sorry, that's wrong. So let us look up. Okay, so if you can dream it, you can do it. No, you can't. You can't just, if you can dream it, you can dream it. If you've done it, you can do it. But maybe not again. Maybe you just got lucky the first time. Just believe in yourself and never give up. Not going to work. Hard work and passion will bring success. It will not. Otherwise, most people in Africa would be very successful. So look at this one now, of Oprah. You know you're on the road to success if you would do your job and not be paid for it. she's actually telling people they must work for free. Maybe that's why she's so rich, because she's telling the people just love your job. But that's most absolute nonsense, and people buy this stuff. Yeah, well, that is the whole thing. The big secret in life is that there is no secret, but she markets that book, The Secret, okay? Whatever your goal, you can get there if you are willing to work. No, you can't. Okay, so please don't believe any of that stuff. Very, very evil. So, the dark forces...
Wait, what's that hashtag at the bottom there?
Happiness must fall. Hashtag happiness must fall. Okay.
So is that trending?
It will after this meeting. Okay. Now, of course, there are cases in which it is true, because I think even in this room there are the 1%ers, the 2%ers, but for most of us it's not going to become true. And even the people who do follow these 5 steps, or whatever it is they're telling you, it's like they're winning the lotto. So it's like basically you have 1 in 13 million, I think on our lotto, 13,986,986 chances of winning. So the people that you see, who are the famous people or the celebrities, are the ones who win the lotto. But you're not going to tell somebody the lotto is a fair chance of making financial money. So if your lighter comes to you and you say to him, when you're getting a job, he goes, no, I'm not getting a job, I'm going to buy a lotto ticket. You're going to kick him out and say, go and get a job. So similarly, these people who tell you, just dream it, do it, passion, same thing. They're selling you a lotto ticket and they're presenting it to you as a recipe. Okay, so what do we do now with these forces of darkness? Okay, hashtag don't buy a ticket. Okay, what are we going to do now? We are going to fight the demons. I think you should get your cell phones ready. Okay, so now, this, don't be afraid. So now, if you can dream it, you can do it. Now you can't. Follow your passion. Believe in yourself and never go. No. Okay, so don't.
No, stop.
No, what's the other one? You become what you believe. Okay, what is it? No way. Okay, I don't know what you mean. That didn't make sense.
There's a present under your seat.
Wait.
Kick it.
Okay, so I can quickly make more of you reach your goals just by giving you different goals. But watch me not get a Nobel Prize for this. So all I have to say, your goal, make your goal and stuff to be average. Be the best mediocre you can possibly be. Best is best, sounds too ambitious.
Yeah.
Be the most mediocre you can be. Be the mediocrest mediocre. There, you've all achieved your goals. Fantastic! Where's my statue? Now you see what counts. Okay, now Oprah's not the only one, because you know there's motivational speakers, and some of them become very rich. And I hope to be one of them someday. She's not the only one, there's a motivational speaker. And this clown, the Dalai Lama, I'm sorry, but this app is not going to meet a whole person. Because I think happiness should not be a goal. Try and rather be a whole person. Be curious, be engaged, be sad, be joyful, but you don't have to be. What does he preach now? Inner peace. What's the other thing? Inner peace and what have I forgotten the word? Enlightenment. Yeah, enlightenment never says the same thing. I can't take advice from this dude because he is not a full human. He sits in his pajamas at the mountain all day and sounds like he's wise. So I was saying, buddy, until you can show me you can survive at Kaluli's interchange at pick out traffic and have an extramarital affair or something interesting, I'm not taking his advice. I'm kicking him to the curb. Okay.
That's enough. You too can play rugby for South Africa.
Sorry, pass it around. It's the face of evil. Yeah. And this out now again. Another genius that got very rich. Talking
Big
about.
part.
Hey. So just another guy that also got very famous for talking rubbish. Old Maslow, hashtag Maslow is a poo-poo. So now, represents life as this pyramid with very defined stages. Then I don't say happiness, self-actualization, maybe happiness is a little cloud there with a rainbow popping up. Again, life just doesn't work like that. So I'd like to make a few small adjustments. Now, life is more like, okay, you do build your trifle, all of us build our own little things, but it's more like a trifle without the shape. So you put your Moro biscuits there, but it's not like straight lines. And after you put the squid in the first time, the whole thing becomes a mess anyway. So life is more, so let's say this is this trifle. And you're just like a worm. Sometimes you go up, and sometimes you just. And sometimes it's straight, and sometimes it's not straight. And sometimes you self-actualize, and then you go down again. So that's a much more accurate Nobel Prize winning, I would say, treatise on what life is. And must anything always be about self-actualization? Can't you just be in it for the carbs? That's what I'm saying. But it's still very interesting. Okay, hashtag drugs, just say yes. Okay. So it's interesting why we're so addicted to this happiness concept, because it is all about the drugs. You kids must learn about this now. Okay? In your brain produces a lot of feel-good drugs. Okay, so dopamine, my favorite, oxytocin, endorphins, adrenaline, and that stuff literally makes us feel good. I think we're just addicted to those feelings, then we attach meaning to it, and the feeling becomes religion, or happiness, or self-enlightenment. And now you start thinking about the reality of being a drug addict, then you can start looking for the drugs in your own way. Okay? So if you run, sometimes exercise can give you a nice feeling. It can be sex, it can be love. I get that high feeling from being creative. Music can do it. They've also done research that, what was it, guilt and shame, but also these feel-good drugs, because making decisions releases feel-good drugs. So in your head, even though you say, I'm worried, in your head you're doing something about it, at least you're worried, or guilt. And I would put hope in that category as well. If you hope for something, even though it's a useless activity, in your mind, you're making a decision about your future. So it's drugs. Now you start thinking about it differently when you realize that you're not this great achiever, you're a junkie. So now, but that's exactly what it is. We create heroes out of people, and they go and climb mountains and they come back, and now you think, yeah, you're not a hero, you're a narcissistic junkie. Who are these people that climb a mountain, they come back, now they're a motivational speaker? But I climbed that same mountain, I even ran the last bit just to show off. It's not a big deal. So now let's look at our people and our heroes and ourselves quite differently. When you realize we're all just drug addicts, and when you win prizes and achieve stuff, you're doing it for the drugs. So I would say, Michaela, if your mother says to you, my dear, all I want for you is to be happy, to not accept that as a life strategy. What you should be saying to her, Michaela, I wish for you a good and a long-lasting supply of drugs, but the drugs will wear off, and when they wear off, don't be dick-like about it, and I wish for the courage to go through those periods when the drugs aren't there. Now go up and work because you have to buy me some lotto tickets. See, now that's good parenting advice. Well, that's saving a lot of hours. Say yes to the drugs, hashtag say yes. Okay, so hope, abandon it, meaning, stupid, happiness, just say no. Okay, but there's a bright side. And I'm lying there, isn't the bright side? Okay. So, basically I've said what I want to say, but I've been told you can't end speeches like this. Yeah. So, no, there has to be a point. So, no, there isn't a point, actually, to anything. But you have to give people a happy ending. No, I don't have to. So you have to say something for them to guide them or just contribute to how they follow their journey through life. So let me do it like this.
Call to action.
Is that what it's called?
No, the end is a call to action.
Okay, let me first have water and calm down a bit. Sure, I mean, yes, but okay. So let me do it like this. Life is like an Easter egg hunt. Okay? You get released into the backyard. You get told there's a golden egg. You don't get a map. And off you go. And you're going across the room. And you fall down. And you're embarrassed. And the other kids laugh at you. don't get the golden egg. You go and look in the bougainvillea. The thorn stings you. Ow! Don't get the golden egg. Go to look under the mulberry tree. I've done all of these things. You step in a dog poo. Now golden egg. You come back exhausted, disappointed, with half a marshmallow, with one of those crappy little marshmallow Easter eggs, and the dog ate half of it. Wait, there's more. What if I told you they lied to you, there never was a golden egg in the first place? That's not the worst that can happen to you. What's worse is understanding that there was a golden egg, but not for you. Okay, now you think I'm kidding, that happened to us. So we used to go and Easter egg hunt, and my cousin would always get those big rabbits or golden eggs, and we always got the marshmallows, couldn't understand it. Then my other cousin discovered what happened, his mother rigged the Easter egg hunt. So she would, all the poor mothers would hide the little marshmallow eggs. His mother had giant ones, and she would follow the kids around, and if you found a big egg, she'd say, so dat terug is Werner's sin. Yes folks, the Easter egg hunt is rigged. So now you're thinking, yeah, that's what a terrible Easter egg hunt. So no, not really, let's go back. So now you go, let's walk across the lawn again. I advise anyone, in your mind or in person, walk across the lawn barefoot because you feel more. Okay. You learn to appreciate the texture of the grass. If it's very hot, you learn how the sun or the sand can burn. If it's very cold, you can feel things instead of just seeing them. Let's go to the bougainvillea, the thorn. Was it really that thorn? No, not really. Did the pain last really that long? No, not really. Look at the vibrant colors of the bougainvillea. Do you know how many species of bougainvillea there are? Find out. Be curious. So I have to go back to the lawn quickly. Once you fall down on the lawn, don't feel embarrassed about it. You just get up again, or you don't get up again. You lie there a bit, listen. I once, while I was on the lawn, happened to be on a red ant nest. And, no, then you must be very excited about it. On lunchtime I want to go out to go and fry. And I decided to listen to the ants. Oh, okay. If you do it, you put a lappy. Yeah. I heard the most extraordinary thing that I never expected to hear in my life. Red ants sound like birds chirping. Tweet, 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 tweet. I thought, no, this is impossible. You listen again. The ants did it again. And you can hear when the giant, you know the soldier ants, you can actually hear it approaching. I don't know how they do it. It's a phenomenon that not everyone can hear, but I've heard the ants now in Germiston, obviously, at the Ngorongoro crater, slightly different accent, and at Vic Falls. And I've had it confirmed by other people. But the point is, if you fall down, listen to the ants, okay? Bougainvillea, feel sorry for the bougainvillea that you swore at it because it pricked you with its thorn. It wasn't that bad. Dog poo, very interesting. That's weird. Yesterday it was an Easter egg, now little gogas or eating the dog's poo. So you're now thinking, oh, the point is that my experience in Easter egg hunt is better than the found the golden egg. No, it's not the point. There is no point. You're thinking, oh no, the message must be that the dog poo is my golden egg. No, dog poo is just dog poo, and the bougainvillea is just a borsy. And that's it. That is it. Listen to the ants, respect the thorn, be kind to the dog, and if you do happen to come across the Easter bunny, kick it. Thank you.
Please, don't go anywhere. Any questions from everyone?
Just
Oh, you're going to do the...
Yeah, okay, so let's go Ron, Trevor, Francis.
am I on already?
Yeah. Sorry, Ron.
No, you go first.
Okay, Vivian, thank you so much. That was really crap. My own personal view of the whole reason for existence, and I really haven't shared it in this forum before, not the best place for it, is that the whole meaning of life is experience. And experience is mostly pain and suffering, a little bit of happiness. But most of the time, if you are really, really happy, Nothing bad is happening to you, nothing much is happening to you, you're sitting comfortably, you're warm, you're full of food, you're having no significant experience. And that is what you have absolutely nailed here.
Except you called it the meaning of life. I disagree with that part. You described it as the meaning. There isn't a meaning. There is an opportunity to experience.
Yeah, no,
Isn't
this is my interpretation of. I take it as it was. And I would totally agree with you that the ultra super happy fun people from our discussion this morning are the most boring people. You've got to have a bit of tragedy, you've got to have a bit of harm. That's all I want to say.
Yes.
Ron?
So the rigged Easter egg hunt.
Yes.
Your
God, that's scary.
Evil must fall.
You've killed Oprah.
Yeah.
deflated my alter ego.
So leave it.
Okay, so what was the effect on your cousin and the mother? Because they both had something fulfilled within them.
Tell us about Werner. How did
Yeah,
he
Werner. Was Werner now better or worse? What?
No, they're fabulously rich, and we're still poor.
Obvious.
Go Werner.
He inherited his own money.
So he
Yeah, and also he got a bit fat, and he said, "Yeah, that's a little leren." He ate too many.
So Werner inherited. I mean, is that a key to some
Yes,
sort
but
of
also-
thing to inherit?
But also they had that thing in their family, we are better than you, we are richer than you. And that thing does perpetuate itself unless you're special and break through it, which none of us, not my brother did. So he went to the private schools, he did that whole cycle. And they were very money conscious and married rich and all of that stuff.
And my question is, sorry, I did my best to keep my child from going to school. I wanted him to grow up illiterate and illiterate because I don't believe there's a correlation between education and happiness. And in fact, beach bums with no sense of anything don't seem to be too badly off. What about innumeracy and illiteracy as an answer?
As a solution,
An answer.
an answer. No, I don't think I'm clear enough to understand the question, so I can't answer it.
In other words, no knowledge is better
Then what?
than no knowledge.
No, sorry, I'm still...
That's-
You're trying to say ignorance is bliss.
That's it.
Doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know.
Okay?
Well, right, you don't want that place.
Yeah.
It's anti-bliss to start us.
Exactly.
The premise was if you don't educate it, we have it.
Okay.
Say no to happiness.
Okay.
Oh yes, you want an end result that will result in happiness. Now then, you need help.
Francis?
Well, no, it was just interesting to me. I do work at hospice, and we have twice a month a session with a guy who's a kind of spiritual advisor, if you like, and he believes in all kinds of stuff that we would not. However, his message to us is very similar to yours. In fact, it's pretty much the same, which is don't expect happiness, don't try to be happy. Experience what you experience, maximize all those things because they're all learned in the process. And in particular, he's very against medication for mental illness, which I presume you also are. He says bipolar disorder, for example, is just happiness and unhappiness in normal thing, and you just have to work with it. Don't go off and take pills to stop it. And even for dying people, he's not keen on pain control or morphine. He's not keen on the hospice palliation because he thinks that it cuts you off from real experience. So it's quite interesting that he's like a radical version of what you're saying with somebody who does, however, believe that when we die, we go up in the spiritual blah, blah, blah.
Thanks for that.
Kevin?
Very short poll that if you'll bear with me. Who here likes listening to sad music? And I would say Leonard Cohen is an example. It's a symphony of sad songs, for example. Who here likes listening to sad music? Almost a majority, I would say. Almost a majority. But not outright right. Just a curious survey.
Sean?
So we don't give points for it.
Yeah, you could also ask who likes to listen to good music, and you'd have the same response.
Leonard Cohen is...
What do you like?
Remember, you were supposed to give it to
There's a symphony of sad songs. Which is...
Okay, the question is, I drink a dop to increase my whatever feeling.
To enhance it, yeah.
Yeah, now, so what is that different to giving a person that's got a mental illness a pill to make him feel better? I feel better if I drink a dop, so shouldn't I? So the question is, how, according to your philosophy?
I'm not an expert on giving medication to mental people.
No, I regard myself as a normal person. What does your philosophy tell me? Should I drink alcohol to enhance whatever experiences that I've had? Okay.
Most people do it to hide the pain, not to enhance the pleasure.
But is that now good? It seems like that's also then good to enhance the pain. So it seems like alcohol, like any other drug, is a useful device to then enhance what you're saying. Kom ons gaan drink dit op.
Right, I think there aren't any more questions. So on that note, we are spectacularly on time, which is really weird for this group of people.
No, I'm going to clap.